When you're reading your IB scores in Canvas, there are a number of things to keep in mind. First of all, remember your formative and summative scores are based on a 1 through 8 scale, and a 5 is considered mastery, or generally high quality. Also, in each of your classes, you have 4 different criteria that you are scored on. For example, in language and literature, criterion A is analyzing, B is organizing, C is producing text, and D is using language. Each subject area has a different set of criteria, but those criteria are the same in that subject area all 3 years of junior high. The final score will be based on trends and growth, so that is at the end of the class. So if you start off at a lower score, know that as you learn and grow, your score can end up much higher. It won't be an average of your scores from the beginning of the year because we don't expect that you'll know everything at the beginning. We want to see how you learn. So throughout the course, the goal is for you to grow, for your scores to continue to improve. And we'll look at both the rubric language as well as the trends and growth in your scores as we assign a final score. When you're checking your progress now, the best way to see your progress in Canvas is through ClassLink. So using Google Chrome or using Safari instead of the Canvas app. So go through ClassLink, and that view will bring you to something that's very similar to what you are seeing here. So with this test student, you'll want to go to that grades menu on the side, and then you will be able to see your grades in a couple of different ways. One, you can see all of your assignments here, and that will give you the list of all your assignments and then also your number score in each of those assignments. You'll be able to see if it's late, if it's missing, and the numbers that you got on individual assignments. But if you want to see how you're doing in each of the 4 criteria, then go over to this Learning Mastery tab. You will be able to see your ATL scores, which are collaboration, communication, organization especially, but you want to focus, for our purposes today, on the criteria. So you can see here at a glance the 4 criteria, and I can see that in criterion A, analysis, I have 1 of the 4 strands mastered. So I've gotten to the 5 level on at least 1 of those 4 strands. I see in criterion B, I have 3 of the 3 mastered. So I know that's organization, and I'm doing really well in organization. Criterion C, not as well, 0 of 3 mastered. And criterion D, only 1 of 5. Now, if I want to dig a little deeper, then I can turn this arrow on its side, and I can see my number scores in each of these strands. So I can see I'm only earning a 2 out of 8 in identifying and commenting upon significant aspects of the text. I need to work on that, but I'm doing a good job in analyzing. So I can see that I need to add more details there, but in my analysis, my thinking there is solid. I can go through and see in each of my criteria how I'm doing on the individual strands. And the areas that I am doing well at, or for example here, it's not mastered, but I'm pretty close. So I can see I'm getting a 4 out of 8 already, so I have a little more work to do. And then in criterion D, I have 1 area mastered, and I haven't been scored on either of those yet. So this is a way that I can see how I'm doing in each of these 4 criteria, knowing that I still have time during the next term for a year-long class to raise my scores and to show my learning.